Hello, and welcome to How to Play D&D's Beyond the Table, a 5-episode side quest where myself and the incredibly central Daniel Marsh are going to discuss D&D topics that revolve around the listener's state of well-being. But don't worry, we will continue to belittle one another to maintain an edge, which ironically isn't very edgy when I say it every episode. It's not edgy at all.
It's not edgy at all.
No.
It sounds quite corporate, actually. You've
Very
got a catchphrase.
corporate. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I am always edging though.
That's becoming your catchphrase.
I'm edging right now. There's my catchphrase.
Ew.
Alright, so as always, awkwardly, hello Daniel Marsh.
Hello, Connor Kinsey.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah, good. Not gonna... Fine, yeah, okay.
No,
Alright,
I don't care about you.
Marshy, what are we covering
Don't give a
beyond...
shit about your life.
I'm gonna ignore that. Marshy, what are we covering beyond the table this week?
This week we're talking about patience.
Let's get to it. Okay, so this week's topic beyond the table is patience. The one thing every DM needs and the one thing 4 out of 5 players at the table don't have. Personally, I blame my autism. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree.
You agree it's my autism?
Oh yeah, you're severely autistic and not in a fun way.
Okay.
We're getting giddy.
This is good. Okay, so why is patience an important topic for players outside the game itself? Now, I will say, before we start, that we had written these a long time ago. This isn't an excuse. And we've looked at this today, going back to them, and kind of reevaluated what we thought about while we wrote them, I would say, on a whim.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to describe patience for your well-being off the table when you keep coming back to the table.
Yeah.
And I guess what we realised was actually... that it's hard to describe actually. In this sense, for the kind of self-care 5 episodes, is that like patience is about almost the work-life balance, which we already discussed on the last episode, responsibility that will be coming up, self-care as a whole. So this is weird. It summarises all of them, but also kind of just subcategorises itself inside of all of them. It's a weird one to play with. But how could we describe patience, maybe bullet pointed?
I mean, there's a few ways I think both a player and a DM has to practice patience. Certainly, being patient with one another when you're at the table is key. But taking it away from the table, you've got to be patient just in between sessions. A session could be like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I've seen some players do like once every 3 months, just because they've got a lot going on in their lives. So if you've got a poor work-life balance from last week's episode, you might need your players to be a bit more patient with you. But I think patience with yourself as well, certainly with new players, especially with new DMs, it's a big task learning the rules, writing up campaigns, even reading through pre-writtens and starting to understand what's going on. People expect that most hobbies that they go into it thinking they can pick it up, that it's quick, and that they can just go straight into a fun time. There's a lot more than that actually involved, and it discourages people when they start chipping away at that ice. So I think practicing patience there, certainly, and being kind to yourself during those early stages is key.
I think the biggest problem is it sounds very edgy now, ironically, is as a society, I don't think that's just in the UK, but yeah, that's definitely a meme in there, as a society.
There's a Joker quote somewhere.
Yeah, we live in the cities. That one. No cap. Clip that chat. I just... No. I'm going to go about the cap, fuck it. Okay, so there's a thing where and we talked about this before, earlier today off the podcast, where people expect it now, and actually... you kind of need to play the long game to have any success of not getting the quick win. Usually you get a bigger win if you play it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm very conscious of how messy my hair looks now.
Do you want me to go get your cap?
No, I'm scared. But the point is that that chipping away at learning is actually part of the fun. We've talked about it before, where failing is arguably the best bit of D&D, and learning it as you go as a DM and as a player is where your best moments will come alive, because you'll think of new ideas, you'll think of new ways to play, and you'll learn the ways that it should be played. And I don't mean as in that one overrules the others. I mean as in sometimes the rule's there for a reason. Right? So you can't be wrong, and that's the enjoyment of it. I think patience beyond the table is, if you're a player, the session isn't every day. People have got to make that session for you to exist. If you play a video game, it might take you 20 hours to complete, but it probably took 3 years for a whole team of people to make it. And that's one DM doing it for you this time, not 300 people. And those sessions are way longer than your video game, if you think about a campaign.
Massively.
A one-shot's like 4 hours. That's still a lot of time. How much that
long-term campaign is in the hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
Show me any AAA game in the last 20 years that's more than like 60.
Yeah, there we go. And that's a whole team. This is one person who, for a one-shot, is 3 to 4 hours. They're probably spending 8 hours writing it. Who knows? If they're really in-depth, who knows? But yeah, and also patience for like the time between sessions, and also as we just briefly kind of coming back round, is like, it might take a while. It's a learning curve to learn how things work, but asking questions is fine, but not expecting an immediate answer is expected. Don't think that someone can give you all of their time. Going back to that work-life balance, the DM is working, the DM is also working for you, but the DM isn't getting paid for you. So like, when they can reply, they will reply. Just like when they ask you something, have the decency to reply, but like do it in the time that, don't just ignore it till it benefits you. Like, and that works both ways. I actually have a big issue with this with my players, who are definitely going to listen to this episode, where I will literally message them and be like, it's Saturday, or it's Friday, but tomorrow, so you've got a day ahead. Anyone fancy hanging out, get some food, play some games? It will be a tumbleweed chat. Then on the Monday, I'll have all the messages, are we playing tonight? So one, I don't know how you message that. We've been playing every 2 weeks for 2 years. And two, you're on your phone all the fucking time. So what are you not doing when I'm trying to make this outside of a session, not a scheduled thing, that we can be humans? So there's my patience, is running thin. So, but you see what I mean? You can reply at the worst of times, but if I reply to you naturally at a good time, you don't reply at all. So there's got to be a good etiquette there.
Yeah.
And that's the same for anything. If you've got things to learn, things to ask, also outside the table with other players might not be able to do the same days as you. That's a discussion to be had.
Oh, certainly my players have a big thing with that. Like every week, one of them who's terrible with timetabling, that's just how he is, always asks, are we on this week?
Yeah.
And I always have to say no. Well, someone's in like Stoke doing some work, someone's going visiting family. So my sessions now, where it used to be every week when everyone was in Manchester for uni, now it's maybe once every month. So I'm feeling a little impatient, because I really want to finish this campaign. I want to deliver this finale for all my players, because I really think they'll enjoy it. But I'm asking them to be patient with each other, because it's the summer, and when you're at uni, summer is where you work. So there's a lot going on for all of us at the minute. And to go back to what you said earlier about like failing at the table, and how you think that's one of the best parts of playing, I'm going to agree with you there and build off of that. Failing upwards, I think, is one of the best ways you can not only learn the rules and get in touch with the game, but get in touch with your character who you play.
Yes.
And certainly, I think, for the people who really get into roleplay, having the patience to like sit with your character away from the table and think about what they would do, and how they would act in random situations beyond just the adventure at hand. I mean, my first campaign, I went away and I would spend probably an hour a night thinking about my character, and I've really fleshed him out, and he's made appearances as an NPC in multiple one-shots. I love that character. So I think, really, to get the most out of the game while you're at the table, it takes a lot of time when you're away from the table to really get in touch with yourself and the character, and who you want to be when you're around your friends and portraying this person.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, there's definitely an immediacy, and I'm sure we've all done it, where You turn up. I know we're going back to the table. It's meant to be on the table, but you go. But to be fair, it's like how you think outside of the game, and then what you bring to it. So it does work both ways. It's like you turn up and you've got your character all fleshed out, and then you're just that forever, and it's very two-dimensional. And you've immediately decided that the best one, and this is everyone will feel this, listen to this. This is our first session of a campaign. I'm a level 1 fighter. I was actually a king. Before this, I was the greatest fighter in all the lands. Well, you're level 1, so you can't then. You're actually probably like a peasant at best. So that kind of thing of like, I'm this, I'm that, I've got all these things, I'm two-dimensional. There's like a lack of patience there in seeing how your character can develop. And that also, if you really want to get, psychological with it, is probably how you're doing everything outside of that, where you expect it immediately. And I think there's like a level of... There's definitely a level of there's responsibility there to just kind of think about like, right, not everyone could do it this week. What can I do to get us doing other things? Or, all right, let's organise something socially that we're doing something. All right, have I got time for this week? Oh, can I? Let's ask some questions to the DM so we're still occupying the time or doing something. Kind of thought I'm going on a tangent now, but
I'm not stopping you.
No, but the idea is that like, don't give nothing, but also don't put too much in. But you've really got to read the room in those situations.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think.
Yes, this might be a terrible episode. I'm sorry. But yeah, it is a case of like, it's not guns blazing with it. Like, there's a lot of people involved. You're not main character when it comes to D&D. You're definitely not main character in real life either. So, to get to that point at the table, there's a lot of cogs turning, and you're a part of that to make sure that it goes down well and that people want to play with you. Also, it's just good for your own well-being to practice not expecting everything immediately, or like demanding too much or rushing into things. And actually, I think I see that quite a lot at a table where people do things and then go, oh, that's the outcome, and you go, well, surely you did it because you thought the outcome, not in a meta way, but surely you live your life knowing, like, when you're cooking something, what it's going to taste like at the end. You don't just often
speak for yourself,
but often, like, you don't usually go, if I jump in front of this train, will it kill me? You usually know the outcome. Like, you don't jump in front of it. So,
disclaimer: do not jump in front of
don't
trains.
jump in front of trains unless you're at Asda, and I'm going to keep going for Asda now.
Unless it's a Northern Line, it's probably not going to turn up.
Yeah, it will miss you.
Yeah,
it will miss you. It'll stop just outside of the station. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we should end it here because this is a bit of a tangent episode.
It is, yeah. But I'd say one last thing to finish on.
Please make it.
Outside of the table, have patience when you're staring at those Etsy listings, wishing to buy more dice.
Don't do it.
Sit with it. Sit on it. Go to sleep.
He's mocking me.
I am mocking you. How much did you spend on those ceramic dice?
Not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast.
Yeah, I guess this episode, and I will say it in the recording because we will use it. It is a bit of a loosey-goosey episode, but the point is, as I keep saying, is a case of like acknowledging things, reading the room, being aware of like it's not just you. And that's important. Also, make other people aware of that as well.
Absolutely.
Tell them it's not just about you, and they'll think that's really weird that you're talking about yourself in third person.
I don't know. I always talk about myself in the third person.
Incredible.
I say in the first person.
Yes. Connor likes this. Okay, well, today's adventure is sadly coming to a close. We're back in next week with a topic which... fuck it. I'm going to go again.
Go on.
Okay, well, this is shocking. Okay. Today's adventure is sadly coming to a close, but we're back in next week with the topic, why haven't we invented electric ladders yet?
Electric what now?
Ladders.
Sort of like you step on it and just...
Well, I mean, we do everything else. We've got electric things that go up that way,
May
go
I
down that
present
way.
to you
Elevators.
the lift.
Yeah, but the lift, you can't use that to clean the top of your house. You can't use that to paint the outside of your house. Where you get a lift from?
Not with that attitude.
Electric. Oh, yeah, fair enough. I've lost the hat. I've also lost my ability to think. Okay, and as always, thank you for tuning in. And if you like joining on the D&D action, then please follow us on Instagram at How to Play D&D, or check out the link in our bio to join our Discord server. I've been Connor Kinsey.
And I've been Daniel Marsh.
Good day.